What's good, everybody? It is your girl, Tika Deshawn of All Things Ruthless, home of the Ruthless Addicts, here to bring you guys just a little information that I have found out about Obadiah. There had been questions, and we had questioned it along during our panel discussions, the Ruthless Roundtable. I think my guy Jay, VKJTV, actually got the guest freaking correct, y'all. I'll just say that. I think he got it right. And I'll tell you guys in a moment why I think he got it right. But before I get into that, let me just say, first of all, I know that Tyler Perry's Ruthless is has been placed on a break. I don't know who makes the decisions for these episodes to pause when they do. But there was a moment, and I was watching my BET Plus app, and I kept refreshing and then refreshing. And first, there was a moment that said that the show was on or that the last episode was the season finale. And then all of a sudden, y'all, about 3 or 4 hours later, it changed. The thumbnail for BET Plus, Tyler Perry's Ruthless, it actually changed. So I'm thinking, are we on a small break? Are we on like a mini break? Because generally, when we go to the season finale, they'll give us episode or a little thumbnail that has a season finale. But it was there and then it wasn't there. So was episode 8 supposed to be the actual last episode for the season or for the mid-season finale? I don't know. I'm definitely going to continue to look out for Tyler Perry's Ruthless. Maybe we're only on a 1 or 2 week break, and then they'll give us a few more episodes, and then they'll go to the season finale. I'm not quite sure how that's actually going to work, but you guys, I will definitely do my best to keep you guys updated as much as possible. Now, with that being said, there's a moment because everybody has been trying to figure out who is Obadiah, where does Obadiah come from. He calls himself Headmaster, and that if that title is definitely going to explain it all. It's extremely revealing to me at this point, but I do believe VKJTV, my guy from the Ruthless Roundtable, was actually correct. I think Obadiah is the one that groomed the highest to become the highest. I think that he is the one that, as a 6-year-old child, found it okay to essay the highest as a 6-year-old child. Yeah, and the reason why I feel like now, and I'm pretty confident of this whole information is because, or this whole description is because if you guys can remember, there was a moment back in season 4, specifically episode 18, where the highest shows Ruth the pamphlet of the new heaven. Now, the new heaven given the title was given by the highest as the new heaven. But we do see, and he gives her this flyer, is a hotel. And the highest tells Ruth that the owner of the hotel wants $1.7 million for the hotel, right? He also says that as a down payment, that this man had to hold on to some of the children. And of course, at that moment, Ruth kind of got concerned because she's like, "Are you talking about my baby? Like what children?" And then he goes on. The heist goes on to tell Ruth the children that are 14 and older. And it's starting to make sense, y'all. It's starting to click. It's really, really starting to click because we see when we see Obadiah, who is he with? The very first time we see Obadiah, who is he with? He's with the children, right? We see him getting off of a bus, standing there watching Ruth as she attempts to call her baby girl Callie. Then we know that Obadiah, Headmaster Obadiah, has messed with Zane. Zane is over the age of 14 years old. Yes, yes. So I do believe, and I think, like I said, y'all, I think VKJTV is accurate. I'm going to play a couple of small pieces from the episode that I'm referring to so that you guys can see, what it is that I'm talking about, or you can actually hear what it is that I'm talking about and how I feel that Obadiah is definitely the one that groomed the highest, that other than the shenanigans that his mother, the birth mother, put him through, but also the highest tells, this is another clue, you guys. The highest tells Ruth that the birth mother worked at their hotel. She was a streetwalker. Okay. We also know that the birth mother was found unalive in that same hotel. Was the headmaster Obadiah, was he the one that unalived the birth mother and then found the child, also known as Tyrone? That part, I'm not for certain, but I'm really, really, really leaning towards the fact that Obadiah is the headmaster of that hotel. He is also the one that is responsible for the situation that happened to the highest. Now, this is my second thought, and I could be way off and probably closer to the first one because Obadiah does not look very old, and the highest says that a old man owns that hotel, but Obadiah doesn't look very old. So, could Obadiah actually be the child of the father that messed around with the highest as a young boy? And now he's following through to Tyrone to make sure he gets the money. He wants the money and the children, 1.7 million, and a couple of the children are being held as down payment. Now, when they all came back, all of those children looked like they were a little bit under 14, but I could have been wrong. But you guys, I am, like I said, I'm going to include in this clip or in this live or in this video, y'all, I'm sorry, a couple of images or a couple of the moments where the highest is talking about the reason why he wants to take those children, take everybody to the new heaven, or more so the talk about the new heaven that he's going to take everybody to, as well as him being messed around with at the age of 6 years old. I think that Obadiah is either that guy that did it to him, the owner of the hotel, or he's the son of the owner of the hotel. I'm just saying that the son part because the Obadiah just looks kind of young to be considered the old man that the highest is talking about. Or maybe Obadiah is the handler for the guy that messed around with the highest. Anyway, you guys, these are my thoughts. These are my thoughts. I literally just got off the road and I just had this thought. And as I was driving, I was watching these different moments from Tyler Perry's Ruthless. And that specific moment, it popped up in my head. So, what do you guys think? Is Obadiah the guy that messed around with the highest as a 6-year-old kid? Anyway, you guys, it's your girl Tika Deshawn. Thank you all so much for giving me a few moments of your time. Thank you for tapping in, tuning in with your girl. And if you're new to the channel, finding me for the very first time, please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you can receive reminders of new Ruthless content, okay? All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. And you already know, stay ruthless.
This is the hotel that I'm buying. And it's selling it is dying. Wanted to get rid of it. The birth mother used to work there. My birth mother. All over 14.
Yes.
He was touching me. 6.